Ten.
Stand by to take studio.
8, 7, 6.
Stand by camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Hello and welcome to another episode of MCT News. I'm Skylar Boissonnault.
And I'm Anna Lesburg. On today's show, we venture out into town to visit our local businesses. Avery Thompson takes a look at Capital Vision Care. My co-host shows us a busy summer attraction, the Ice Hut. Liam Weeks shows off the local restaurant Bistro de Madre Piccola, and Davina Bolen visits the Morinville Grill. As well, Victoria Dalton stops by Smith Music to see what they offer, and Benoit Wandler investigates students and staff's thoughts on the 2021 school year. But first, here's our top story.
MCHS's hidden gem is me and Anna. Yep. Actually, it's this program. MCTV News is on its 27th season. That's a long time for Palestine to lose some hair, we can tell. Reporter Victoria Dalton takes us behind the scenes to show us just how amazing this program is. Let's take a look.
Today, we are diving into how the chaos of the 2020 to 2021 school year has affected our television studio's crew. To start us off, we learn about how the pandemic has affected the studio, and how people have needed to fill in when others could not make it.
We've been short-staffed a lot. It makes it harder to do the job, but it's also better because you learn how to do the job in such a short amount of time that you get good at it faster. So
we've been short-staffed at quite a few shows now. It has affected us because we already had a smaller crew, so there were some positions that weren't even filled in the first place. So now, with the pandemic and with people being out for a day or two, it's definitely affected us in the point where instead of doubling up on 2 positions, we have some people who are tripling up on 3 positions.
Actually, the short staffing has only been an issue the last couple of weeks. We were very fortunate early in the quarter that there wasn't really an impact. We had one student out a few times just, because of some family stuff. It wasn't anything to do with, quarantining or anything like that. But the last week or so, we've lost 2 crew members.
So what exactly have they had to do differently because of the pandemic? I believe it's a great time to find out.
We've done a few things differently because of the pandemic. We've had to alter, live in-studio interviews. We can't do those. Hosts have to be, socially distanced a little bit more on the set.
We get to do the destination shoots, which we wouldn't be able to do if it were 80-minute classes.
Definitely the stress, it's not too bad. It's about the same as most times. It has gone up a little bit more just because, the time, you have a lot of time to edit and a lot of time at a time, but it's more so you only have, rather than full 2 weeks or something, you have a few days kind of to get in a full thing shot in that. So it's definitely, the stakes are a little bit higher, I find.
Interesting things ought to happen when something drastic happens. Let's hear what some of these things are.
I mean, every crew is sort of a unique experience, and I think we've got a really good crew this year.
When we went online for the 2 weeks or whatever, that was it was exciting and kind of terrifying and kind of not very fun.
Has there been a time where they had to cover another person? What about a role?
Hosting, sometimes you have to pick up a script and write a script on your own without your other host there.
We had someone who was unexpectedly out, and we had to kind of swap editors.
Yes, currently my project that I'm working on right now is a piece that I have taken over for another crew member who unfortunately couldn't come in and couldn't finish the project, so I have now taken over the project. It was definitely interesting to go into a project. I wasn't even there at that shoot.
What are their words of advice to those interested in joining television studios?
I would say if you're even the tiniest bit interested, if just say you really like doing your odd TikTok videos just for yourself, I say go for it. I say come in here, even if it's just to try, you can test the waters for a season.
It's not that hard. It's really scary in the beginning. And it seems really hard. You come in here and Mr. Bautestein speaks in a language that you won't understand.
If you're interested in learning more about video production, if you're learning about how the behind the scenes work on a TV show, and we all are consumers of media, you're a much more savvy consumer of media by taking a class like this.
As we have learnt, television studios is a fun and enjoyable course. Many students have moved their schedules around for the ability to take it. and we'll continue to take it even as a side hobby for the foreseeable future. This is reporter Victoria Dalton with MCTV News.
Welcome back. Providing the residents of Morinville with their eye care needs is Capital Vision Care. Reporter Avery Thompson looks into the business of optometry with this report.
The business started, I think, back in 1993, and we moved to this location, I think, around 2007 or so. We are located at 9803 100th Street. We provide comprehensive eye exams. We have a full eyeglass dispensary and an on-site full-service lab. And we also are running our new dry eye clinic, so we can do full dry eye examinations and treatments right here. We have a 100-day buyback guarantee on all of our glasses and contact lenses, so if you're not happy with what you're purchased and how you're seeing, we will do everything we can to make you really, really satisfied. We are locally owned, and we have all local staff and doctors from the Edmonton area. Most of our staff live right here in Morinville. We are offering things here that many small towns in Alberta don't have right here in Morinville. So we are members of the Chamber and a Rotary as well. We do lots of volunteering. We've done the parade. We've donated to numerous causes such as the school science awards. We've supported and sponsored soccer teams within the community. We were also really fortunate to be considered an essential service here in Alberta, and so we were able to stay open with restrictions through many of the lockdowns that affected so many other businesses in town. I think that we've had actually more local support for our business since the pandemic, and so even though we were shut down at the beginning, when people came back, they were even more supportive than before. I love the small town feel, just seeing patients year after year, and I really love that I've really learned, kind of who belongs to who. I see, the great grandkids of the great grandmother. I'm seeing the little ones and then the 90-year-olds and all the family in between. And I just don't think that you get as much of that small town feel working at a big city practice. And that's what I love the most about it.
Welcome back. This past week's weather has been just a little temperamental. We had a severe thunderstorm with a crazy light show in the middle of the day, but by the time school ended, it's as if nothing happened. Here to tell us what to expect next is our very own meteorologist, Anna Lesburg.
Thanks, Skylar. Let's take a look at the weather across Canada. Up in Whitehorse and Yellowknife, it looks like it's cloudy and 19 and 20. Over in Vancouver, it's 21 and sunny. Regina and Winnipeg are sunny and 25 and 28 respectively. Toronto and Montreal are 26 and 24 and sunny respectively. Up in Iqaluit, it's freezing rain and 4. Over in Halifax, it's partly cloudy and 23, and over in St. John's, it's cloudy and 20. Let's take a look at our Alberta forecast. Up in High Level, it's rainy and 12, same over in Fort McMurray and 13, 16 and rainy in Grand Prairie, and the same in Edmonton. It's 20 and cloudy in Jasper and 19 and cloudy in Red Deer. Same in Banff, and 23 and cloudy in Calgary, and 26 and cloudy in Medicine Hat. Let's take a look at our current conditions. Right now in Morinville, it's 12 degrees and raining, with the wind coming from the west at 33 kilometers an hour. Relative humidity is 69%, and the sun rose at 5:02 a.m. today, and the sun set at 10:08 p.m. Let's take a look at our weekly forecast. Looks like it will be fairly nice this week with 21 on Friday and cloudy. Thunderstorms on Saturday with 18 degrees. Sunday 20 and partly cloudy. Monday 23 and cloudy. Tuesday 23, and it looks pretty nice for the rest of the week. And back to you, Skylar.
Thanks, Anna. Hopefully the weather will smarten up enough for you guys to go and get a delicious ice cream from local business. I bring you a look into the staple of the community that's been here for over 35 years now. Serving the best hard ice cream in Morinville, here's the Ice Hut.
Serving the best hard ice cream in town is the Morinville Ice Hut, located just across from Sobeys and Guardian. Open noon till 9 Monday to Saturday, gives you plenty of time to come time after time to try out the over 50 flavors, including non-dairy options they offer this summer.
We provide Foothills, London ice cream, and Chapman's ice cream, and it's all hard, so it's really cold, real delicious, and we have a ton of flavors.
The best ice cream in Morinville. Honestly, I think even though it's probably the same kind as everybody else, but I think it's how they present it, how they serve it, they're friendly, I would recommend everybody this one.
The Ice Hut is the perfect place to come and make some sunny summer memories, guaranteed to last a lifetime. The Ice Hut is strong on Facebook, so make sure to give them a follow.
Well, it's a family gathering place. This has been in Morinville for the last 35 plus years. Grandparents are now bringing their children and their grandchildren here, and parents who have their own kids are reliving their memories, being able to take their own kids.
Making sure to follow all the COVID-19 safety protocols, they do plan once restrictions are lifted to be able to go out into the community and participate in events.
Well, we have social distancing signs up. We wear masks while we're serving ice cream. We're constantly washing our hands, making sure everything is clean before it goes to you.
The Morinville Ice Hut is a perfect place to come and enjoy a beautiful afternoon here in the summer. They're open until the weather starts to get cold, but until then, make sure to come here to get your favorite ice cream. For MCTV News, Skylar Boissonnault reporting.
Now that's an ice cream.
Here are your school announcements for Thursday, June 17th. Any student that wants to wear an Indigenous stole at grad, please see Ms. Christensen for more information. Grade 12 students enrolled in post-secondary classes in the fall are eligible for the Alexander Rutherford Scholarship. Please see Ms. Christensen for details. Please return your work experience booklets ASAP in order to qualify for extra credits this summer. See Mr. Lassard if you have any questions. The town of Morinville is running a Leader in Training volunteer program for students aged 13 to 16. See Ms. Christensen for more information or to see how to make a difference in your community. For these and all other school information, keep connected by listening to the daily announcements, by logging on to the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.av.ca, or by following the school on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. As well, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching MCTV Morinville.
This school year has been unconventional to say the least. From masks to online classes to the quarter system, we were in uncharted territory. Reporter Benoit Wandler set out to gauge the opinions of staff and students on this year. Let's check it out.
As the halls of MCHS gradually become more and more empty as we move into exam week, the end of the school year nears. I think it's fair to say that this year has been somewhat of a disaster, moving between online and in person multiple times, and that it has been unlike any other school year we've ever experienced.
Compared to last year, the fact that we didn't have any students from May to June, the fact that we could have our students back was huge. That was a big gift for us because we were in that building last year with no students in it, and it was not a fun place to be. So having the students back was huge. It was great. But the climate and culture was very different when students came back, right? Because you weren't allowed to do a whole lot of activities. You weren't allowed to participate in sports. There wasn't a whole lot going on with drama or music or anything like that. So it was quite a bit of a different circumstance when kids came back during COVID this year.
I kind of like the quarter system, but I mean 3-hour classes, they get pretty long, but I mean you only have to focus on 2 classes, so it's nice.
I really like the quarter system a lot more than the semester system, just by solely the fact that I get to only have one core and I get to focus on that 100% of my ability.
When I first came in, I was kind of excited about it, to be honest with you. I sort of saw like an opportunity here maybe to sort of see if this would be a benefit to students. But as the time wore on and the more students and parents that we talked to, the more we realized that it probably isn't the model that's best for MCHS. Those are long classes, long times to sit, and a very fast-paced environment for some of our kids. So, you know what, for us, while we saw some gains in the beginning, now living it for the entire year, we realized pretty quick that we need to go back to a semester system. That's what serves our students best.
Academically, I did pretty bad compared to last year because I can't focus doing online school.
No, I like 3 hour classes all together, but math and English definitely helped me the most.
Way too long. We heard that time and time again from kids and from parents. To sit there for 3 hours and going through that at a much faster pace than what students were used to and staff were used to really put a lot of pressure on people to sort of make sure they get all their work done, to get all the curriculum in. And when you haven't lived that system for a longer period of time, it puts a lot more pressure on people, and that's something that we didn't want to do. Students need to learn at their own pace, and a full semester allows them to do that a bit better.
For MCTV News, this is Benoit Wandler signing off.
Welcome back. Here with the latest scores from the world of sports is my co-host, Anna Lesburg.
Thanks, Skylar. Last night, round 3 of the Stanley Cup playoffs with Game 2 of the Canadiens' Golden Knights series. Montreal struck early and managed to hold on for a 3-2 victory over Vegas. The series is tied at 1 game apiece, heading back to Montreal for Game 3 on Friday evening. Tuning into the NBA playoffs, Atlanta edged Philadelphia 109-106, and the Clippers beat the Jazz 119-111 to both take a 3-2 lead in their respective best-of-7 series. On to the majors, the Blue Jays continue to struggle with a 3-2 loss at the hands of the New York Yankees. Washington beat Pittsburgh 3-1, Oakland doubled the Los Angeles Angels 8-4, Philadelphia blanked the Dodgers 2-0, and the Twins beat up the Mariners 7-2. Across the Atlantic, all the sports talk is about the European Cup matches currently being played. Yesterday, Russia edged Finland 1-0, Wales shut out Turkey 2-0, and Italy dominated Switzerland 3-0. In play earlier today, the Ukraine got their first win of the tournament, beating North Macedonia 2-1, and Belgium increased their record to 2-0 over a 2-1 victory over struggling Denmark. Later this afternoon, the Netherlands will take on Austria. Coming up next, Liam Weeks takes us to the local Italian restaurant Bistro di Madre Piccola. With a new menu and offering takeout and delivery options, they are a favorite among locals. Let's take a look.
August 2013 I opened this business, so it's been almost 8 years now. We open for lunch from 11 to 2, and then for dinner 4 to 9. Everything is made from scratch, so that's why they are very fresh and then very tasty. It's a very good chef who has a really good hand to make a very delicious Italian and international food. From the first shutdown, then I had to change everything. And I spoke to my chefs, and then we created a menu for a takeout and delivery menu. I created an online ordering system, so they can go online and they can order. They can call us. I will do delivery anywhere for free delivery, and then I'm giving like 15% discount. This is the restaurant to go for occasions, like when they have birthday parties or any celebration, they come over here. We will try and do our best to give a very good meal. I like the community very much. They are so friendly, very, very good people over here.
Bored and stuck at home? Why not pick up a new hobby? Reporter Victoria Dalton visited local business Smith Music, which offers music instructions and instruments to the people of Morinville. Let's check it out.
We're right beside Scotiabank downtown Morinville, and we've been here for 23 years. So in Morinville, we're known for doing music lessons for everybody from beginning kids playing like right off the bat to pros taking lessons to kind of sharpen up their skills. We run production for very large concerts. We're also a commercial recording facility, and we're also a video facility as well. Our hours are 2 to 9 on weekdays, where you book an appointment to come in for lessons, and then for recording and video services, it's by appointment. So the pandemic, it changed our business fundamentally. From the live concert portion of our business went to zero, which is a large portion of our business. But then the thing that really grew out of the pandemic is the video side of our business. Going to virtual lessons was a pretty natural transition, and we'd been doing virtual lessons for about a half a decade before COVID. So we were pretty lucky to be equipped to manage the pandemic. So we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and our website, smithmusic.ca, as well as YouTube. I chose Morinville because there was already some existing business here from a partner of mine that was where there was a few students kind of happening, and then I started to teach just out of an office space. I grew up in a small town in Ontario, and I love the small town feel of Morinville. It's big enough that we have lots of amenities, and but small enough that I can walk down the street and I get to say, hi 5 times to people that I know every block. I just fell in love with the community, and the clients grew from word of mouth. So our business has been here for a long time, for 23 years, and we've really got to see, kids grow up through music lessons. The opportunities when you own a business, people are kind of coming in all the time with volunteer opportunities for you. So we, select a few that we can really, give to. Right now we're selling signed guitars from artists for the Kinsmen of St. Albert. We're heavily invested in the community through festivals and through, volunteerism and helping the community, and we just love Morinville.
Here's a look at upcoming events in the Morinville area. Last week, we entered Phase 2 of Alberta's reopening. You can now dine inside restaurants with a party up to 6 people. All restrictions are lifted for indoor and outdoor sports for all ages. Weddings, funerals, and outdoor gatherings may include up to 20 individuals socially distanced. Stores, places of worship, arenas, theaters, museums, art galleries, and libraries are now open to 1/3 capacity. Hopefully, we can move on to Phase 3 soon, but everything is based on vaccination and hospitalization rates. June is Recreation and Parks Month in St. Albert. From June 1st to 21st, use hashtag JRPM Challenge when completing daily challenges to win prizes up to $250 in value. From June 22nd to 30th, keep an eye out for bonus day activities. Use hashtag JRPM Bonus Days to win even more prizes. The Morinville's Farmers Market is back. Head down to the Rendezvous Center every Sunday from 12 to 4 p.m. The outside version will run until September and will move indoors for the months of October and November.
Another local favorite is the Moville Grill. Davina Bolen took the reins on this one and led her crew to shoot this mouth-watering piece. I hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoy food.
We are a diner, so we provide eat-in and take-out meals 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. I guess just like a family atmosphere, good home-cooked meals. We really strive to be kind of the best in our class for what we do. We serve, everybody from the kids from high school all the way up to senior citizens. We enjoy having all of our patrons come in, and we like seeing them each day when we serve them. It's nice to see everybody's smiling faces all the time. We have been closed now 3 times for eat-in, and then when we are open, we do have a reduced capacity for seating. So there's been wait times, there's been making sure, social distancing, hand sanitizers, masks, all of the appropriate things that we're supposed to be doing according to the AHS. We do have Facebook, but that's kind of the extent of our social media platform. We are an eating establishment, so that in itself is a connection. Also, we do, support the different local things that happen, and everybody kind of knows where we're at and what we're doing. We do support all the local fundraisers. People often come in for the different things. We put up their posters for their events and whatnot. We support the high schools. We support them in that with usually financial, monetary supports, that sort of thing. Overall, we do have our regular customers, our regular patrons that do keep coming back each time, so we're really grateful for that.
Coming up next season is the start of season 28. We will be returning to live after-school broadcasts, as well as studio interviews will also recommence. And that's it for season 27 of MCTV News. I'd like to thank the cast and crew, including Avery, for always doing your personal best and for being the more sensible horse. And Victoria for saying whatever comes to mind. Joy for asking the questions that need to be asked. And Liam for taking 5 tries to render out one piece and for being the more mediocre horse. And huge thank you to Anna, who called us all incompetent. Love you, gal.
And I'd like to thank my co-host for being my partner in crime at Skills Canada, Davina for being our 3rd and allegedly best musketeer, Benoit for being the hotshot rookie in inventing the air conditioner, and Will for filming this right now. And one last thank you to Booter for always reminding us that we need more cowbell. Well, I guess that's it.
That's it. That's
our last show.
That's our last show. That is so sad. I'm so sad to leave. I won't lie.
Yeah. I'll miss this.
I'll miss this. I'll miss all the millions of things that I decided to be a part of this in all of my high school career, I guess you could call it. But, I definitely want to thank all the teachers. Thanks guys. They've definitely left a big impact on everything that I do.
Made some good memories here.
Definitely some good ones. For all of us at MCTV News, signing out for the last time, I'm Skylar Boissonnault.
And I'm Anna Lesburg. Thanks for tuning in.